Do you spend money on creams or supplements to try to look younger? What if I told you that you could look younger and thinner instantly, and it doesn't cost a dime? Stand tall and discover the surprising power of good posture. Posture is the sneaky overachiever of health habits. It does a lot of work and gets very little credit. And posture isn't about sucking it in, it's about supporting your body from the inside out. Stay tuned because this is way more fascinating than you might think.
Healthy isn't just what you do, it's who you become. I'm Dr. Vickie, and this is Healthy Looks Great on You, a lifestyle medicine podcast to help you reclaim your energy, your focus, and your well-being. Life tested, doctor approved.
I'm in a bunco group, and we don't always play bunco, but we do always have fun. Back in January, the hostess had us write down 2 things we wanted to accomplish in 2026. Then she put all the papers in a bowl and divided us into 2 teams. And we had to guess who wrote what based on the goals. And no one guessed it was me when I wrote, read the Bible through in 1 year and improve posture. Apparently, improving posture didn't scream, Dr. Vickie. I always thought I had good posture, and then I saw a picture of myself with rounded shoulders, and I thought, ooh. When I was a little girl, my grandmother taught me to walk with a book on my head. Turns out, back in her day, there was something called charm school. Now, I had to look this up to make sure I wasn't imagining it. And sure enough, charm schools existed. And they taught etiquette, posture, grooming, proper communication, and social graces. I think there was a Garth Brooks song about not having social graces, but apparently you could train for them. You know what else I'm training? My gut. And so should you. Geez, that wasn't very genteel, was it? But here's the deal. Most of us walk around with our heads bent over our phones and our earrings getting closer and closer to our shoulders. And you've all seen those before and after pictures where someone is slouching, belly pushed out, chin tucked down, and then voila, they stand up straight, tilt their head back, engage their core, and suddenly whatever product they're selling looks like a bargain. So I want you to push pause on this podcast. No, seriously, push pause and go take a look in the mirror. Think of this as the posture lab. No lab coat required. Now, look at yourself from the front and turn to the side. And while you're there, put your hand on your belly and gently push in. Feel a little mush? Okay, come back and push play. I'll wait. Now, I want you to slouch on purpose. Round your shoulders, chin forward, belly collapse. Now take a deep breath. How easy was that? Do you feel energized or just meh? Now try coughing. Yeah, not so great. Now sit or stand tall, stack your ears over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Imagine you are a charm school graduate with a book on your head. Take another deep breath. Feel the difference? Cough. See, slouching literally limits breathing capacity. Upright posture gives your lungs and diaphragm the space they were designed to have, improving breathing and even voice projection. And sitting up straight also decompresses pressure on your abdominal organs, like your stomach, and that may help with reflux and digestion because your stomach prefers space. Now, posture isn't about military rigidity, and it's not just about looks. It's about health, energy, and confidence from the inside out. Let's talk about the outside first because that is what you notice in pictures. Upright posture is an instant upgrade. It makes you appear leaner and taller with no Spanx required. It also changes how your clothes fit immediately. Good posture can take years off your appearance, especially as we age. Someone who is permanently hunched looks older than someone the same age who can sit up straight. And remember that belly mush in the mirror? Stand up straight and press again. Feel the difference? Your abs firm up instantly. Good posture activates muscles. So yes, posture's basically a workout. Now, let's go to mini medical school, and don't worry, you don't have to step foot into the cadaver lab because that formaldehyde smell sticks with you forever. But let's start in the front. The deepest, most important posture muscle is the transverse abdominis. Transverse means across, abdominis means abdomen, and it wraps all the way around your core to your spine like a zipper. When you slouch, the zipper goes slack. And when you sit up straight, it engages. Now, I'm not suggesting that you sit rigidly all day, but I am asking you to check in. Awareness taps into the power of posture for your muscles, metabolism, appearance, and function. Now, flip your patient over, and on the back side, you've got the erector spinae, the trapezius, the rhomboids, latissimus dorsi, multifidus, and levator scapula. Told you, this counts as exercise. When these muscles aren't doing their job, things start to hurt. In medical school, you learn anatomy first, then pathology. Let's connect those two with something called text neck. And yes, it's real. Recently, I went on a trip and played games on my phone for 3 straight hours, and it didn't take long for my neck to complain. Forward head posture dramatically increases the load on the cervical spine. Your neck is not designed to be a phone stand. Your phone should rise to meet your eyes. Your head should not bow to technology. Let's do another experiment. Hold your phone at waist level and look down. Notice the tension in your neck and shoulders and maybe even your jaw. Now, raise your phone to eye level, stack your head over your shoulders, and shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Hold for 3 seconds and release them back down. Poor posture contributes to headaches, neck pain, and back pain, and daytime posture affects nighttime comfort. Tension in your neck and shoulders can absolutely disrupt your sleep. Now, moving down a few vertebrae, the thoracic spine tends to hunch forward over a desk with work and screen time. And over time, you can actually lose the ability to straighten back up. So try this reset. Think about how you usually sit between 3 and 5 o'clock in the evening. Now, sit tall for 60 seconds and breathe slowly. This simple reset helps before dinner or before your evening routine. Posture also affects focus. Next time you're stuck in a boring meeting, engage your core and sit tall and see if it helps you pay attention. Because one posture says, I run this meeting, and the other says, I need coffee and a nap. And at the very least, you'll look more engaged, and that reinforces a feedback loop in your brain. Upright posture increases confidence, reduces perceived stress, and helps you feel more socially connected. When you're tired or feeling down, your body shows it, and that's okay. But what if you could tell your brain a different story just by adjusting your posture? Let's test it. Slouch and say, I've got this. Now, sit or stand tall and say it again. I've got this. Same words, same person, but totally different energy. Your posture tells your brain a story, so make it a good one. Before we talk about how to improve posture, let's talk about what posture is not. It's not rigid, it's not chest out, shoulders back, and it's certainly not perfect all day. Posture is dynamic and adjustable. And here's what I'm doing. When I come to a red light, I lengthen my spine like there's a string pulling me up towards the sky. And when I sit down at my desk, I imagine I'm wearing a crown. You know, the queen of lifestyle medicine. Awareness moves you forward, not perfection. Before we wrap up, I want to make sure I deliver on the promise of how to improve posture because this really doesn't have to be complicated. Here's your simple 3-step posture reset you can use
anytime, anywhere. First, stack your body. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Second, soften. Drop your shoulders away from your ears, relax your jaw, unlock your knees. And third, breathe. Slow breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. That's it. Do this at red lights, before meetings, when you sit down to eat, every time you pick up your phone.
Maybe every time you pick up your phone, you're going to think about text neck and straighten up. Now, when I was a kid and my parents told me to straighten up, it meant my behavior. Now it means my spine. And posture isn't something you fix. It's something you check in with, like brushing your teeth for your spine. It helps you look healthier, feel healthier, and be healthier. And healthy looks great on you.
The information contained in this podcast is for educational purposes only and is not considered to be a substitute for medical advice. You should continue to follow up with your physician or healthcare provider and take medication as prescribed. Though the information in this podcast is evidence-based, new research may develop and recommendations may change.